Hey, so I know I was just live, but something happened and the video didn't upload, didn't get saved, something happened and it was gone. It was gone. Like, all the footage was gone. And I was like, well, shoot. But that's the thing about the divine. The divine got the message out to exactly who was supposed to read. Who was supposed to get that message was totally received. And that makes me happy. But for everyone else, who's going to be looking into these, looking for my readings, and got a whole group of people that may be pretty bummed that I lost that entire reading. That was 2 hours. Bless. Bless, bless, bless. Little note, if you're new, the reading that got deleted that I'm now redoing, the wasp spirit came up. Sometimes life stings. Losing a reading stings. Losing that much information stings. But it only stings until you realize that the person who is supposed to hear it got it. And that I am eternally grateful for. And so what am I going to do? I'm going to redo the reading. I may pull it in, take a few less cards, clear the space. And hi there. You're new, or if you're returning, my name's Adesh Purankar. I'm a Kundalini yoga teacher. I'm an artist. I'm a dancer. I'm an energy healer, sound practitioner. I'm a little bit of everything, all rolled into one. Got my rose tea with me. I love rose. Palo Santo's going. It's going to take some time and tune in. We're going to tune in with the Adi mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo, just to connect with our guides, everyone who came before us. We'll protect our energy with the Mangala Charan mantra, yours and mine. And then we'll move forward with the reading. Welcome to Opal Rose Oracle. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Agare Name, Shukadgare Name, Satgare Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Agare Name, Shukadgare Name, Satgare Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Agare Name, Shukadgare Name, Satgare Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Angels and archangels, guides and spirit guides, beings of the highest vibration of love, light, and healing. Gods and goddesses, Mother Kuan Yin, beings of the highest vibration of love, light, guidance, success, healing, and truth, who love and support us unconditionally. Be with us and guide us so that the collective can receive a message for their highest good and the highest good of all involved. on their soul path. So I do this reading for anyone who feels connected to my channel. I use the Goddess Tarot, my Mystic Fairy Tarot, the Follow Your Light Oracle, the Animal Spirit Oracle, and then the Kuan Yin Oracle deck. And these messages are to help you on your highest path as a light worker, as a shadow worker, as a soul that is here in this incarnation to help uplift the consciousness of humanity. And so I may share some yoga, I may share some mantra in the lost reading. Man, I feel about that reading that was lost like I feel about the books that were lost in the fire of Alexandria. We just will never know. Precious information. Nah, it was received by who it was meant to. Angels, spirit guides, be with me and give some clear and concise messages for the collective, for their highest good and the good of all involved. Show me clearly messages for the collective. Oh, huzzah! We have the Ten of Cups. Wishes come true, emotional fulfillment, the happy home, the happy family life. This is water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is happiness, happiness in the home, happiness in your life, wishes fulfilled, life is good, it's abundant. It's a great first card. I'm so happy to see that. And then we have the Six of Cups, which could speak to boredom, but to me it speaks of reflection, a sort of patience. To me, she isn't bored. Like, she's in her element. She's playing with the water. Kind of, I see scrying, ruminating on your Ten of Cups. Ooh. Meanwhile, death. Now, death, there could be little death in your world, but to me, this is all about transformation, because even when we die, we're not dead. We go back to the collective consciousness. We go back to where we came from. Like, we were soul and spirit first. Then we became individuated in these little meat suits. And then we go back to the collective. And it's just transformation. Expansion, contraction, So many of us are going through transformational energies right now. While time could just be like passing by, dreaming of the Ten of Cups, transformations are occurring all around us. See. got that transformational energy going on. See if the fairies have anything else for us. Show us clearly anything you'd like to expand upon this death energy. Oh, death. Yes. Yes. Three of Cups and the Emperor. What? Are we celebrating? Are we getting together with friends? Are we dreaming our Ten of Cups going through this death transformation? Now we're just like ready to go celebrate with an Emperor? Doesn't that sound fun? Now, this could be a fire sign, but the Emperor is like the King of Kings. And why is he the King of Kings? Because all the kings were first pages, they were first children. They were first foolish, and they had to go through things. And you have the four suits, earth, air, fire, and water. So you have to become the King of Pentacles. You have to become the King of Cups. You have to become the King of Wands and the King of Swords. You have to have the emotional maturity of the King of Cups. You have to have the vision and the passion and the creativity of the King of Wands. You have to have the discernment and the wisdom and the insight and the know-how and the clarity and the power of truth that the King of Swords has. And then you have, the King of Pentacles, the fruition, the bounty, the, being able to work and to build an empire. All four of those kings make the Emperor. So, he's learned everything. And maybe you have too. Maybe you're coming into this place where you're transforming and you're celebrating the wisdom that you're coming into. Or it could be a death to a third party situation having to do with an Emperor. That is like the obvious. Death. Three of Cups. Emperor. Yeah, that could be for some of you out there. But if you are in a third party situation, then you could just be celebrating. You could be coming into happier times. You could have gone through the transformation or actively, there's billions of ways to die. Some of them are very subtle. And transformation, I get shivers. Transformation can happen in so many different ways, beautiful and joyous ways, as well as the more angsty ways. And I'm getting a real happy, excited sort of energy of the Emperor. So, to those of you standing in your Emperor energy right now, standing in your power, standing in your truth, in your wisdom, phenomenal. I celebrate you. And for those of you in a third party with an Emperor, I have a lot of compassion for your situation. Been there, done that, won't do it again. Hey, that's honest to goodness truth. And most people have. And we learn from those situations, and we forgive ourselves, and we forgive the other, and we learn, and we let go. So, there is a lot of wisdom in letting situations that do not serve us kind of float along the river, let go of it. But, we could be just celebrating our transformations too. Let's see, do we have any clarity for the Emperor? Yeah, we do. We have 3 cards. We have the Magician, which could speak of you using your intention, the law of attraction, to manifest no, we have like two major arcana cards, which is the Magician and the Devil. And the Devil isn't always bad. It can speak to addiction and things that hold us back and oppress us or depress us. Any of the depressions, like obsession. Yeah, they can fall under this card, but it can also speak to passion and joy and what lights us up on a very like sensory level. Yeah, and then we had the Nine of Cups in reverse, honestly. So the wish, I have a feeling that someone's trying to manifest a wish fulfillment. It might not be in the upright, but they want this Nine of Cups in the upright, because I have a feeling someone is dreaming of the Ten of Cups, going through a death, probably are the Emperor, and they're using either their prayer life to get themselves out of a devilish situation, or they want to manifest like a passionate Nine of Cups, like really like something passionate, like alive and fiery. Let's see. But to me, the Magician always comes out for me when I have a situation and and then I use like my spiritual practices to improve my situation, like doing my sadhana. Sadhana means daily spiritual practice. And so anything you do can be a sadhana, whether it's painting, Catholic prayers, Wiccan prayers, like whatever path you follow. It could be any sort of prayer life. It could be any sort of meditation. It could be any sort of creativity. It's just creating that union with the divine and creating that conversation. So if you do anything every day, consistently, that's a sadhana. That's a daily spiritual practice. So when the Magician, someone is, and this magician is either tied to the devil, I don't know. The universe is making me laugh right now. Who's dancing with the devil? Not I, said Sam, I am. I do not want your green eggs in him. Inner child work. In the long lost video that got deleted, there was a lot about inner child work at the end. Let's see. Any fairies, do you have any clarifiers for this Magician? For this? Yes. Ace of Swords. Injustice. So, if any of you are air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you could be popping into this right now. Or the Magician. Because, look at this. You got the Ace of Swords, which is like the beginnings, a new truth, clarity, insight, and then justice, clarity, insight, justice. She's holding her sword up. Like, I am using the sword of discernment. I am ready to use my sword of truth. And this is the clarity. So this is, the magicians bringing new clarity and insight to a situation, bringing about justice. Now, it could have to do with some sort of legal situation in one of your lives, some clarity in a legal situation. But I'm getting a strong feeling like the magician is kind of adopting some King of Swords energy, honestly. And that popped up in the last reading. But the justice and the Ace of Swords, the clarity and the insight needed. Do you have any other insight for the magician? Strength and the Six of Pentacles. Why am I getting the word duh? Like, of course you need to be strong. So Pentacles is earth energy. And, there's a reciprocity. The little mouse is giving her a pentacle, and the fairy is giving her a berry. And they're like, tradesies, equal energy exchange. And so there's a nurturing, looking for the silver lining and appreciation. And maybe that's where you find strength. You look at the good, you look at the positive, you kind of get some clarity and insight. You go within, you use your intuition, you use your daily spiritual practice. Keep you moving forward. Do you have any clarity on the devil? Why is the devil here with the magician, the devil, and the Nine of Cups? We have the Five of Wands, which is like fire energy, Seven of Swords, the Sun in reverse, and the Four of Wands in reverse. Sneaky. Seven of Swords could be deception, sneaky behavior, something done in the dark, something. And then Five of Wands is like discussing your options, I feel like. So maybe this devil energy is some sneaky energy. Maybe that's why you need some strength. Because the Sun in reverse, like illumination. It was the Sun in reverse. I don't know if I didn't know that the High Priestess was stuck to the Sun. And then the Four of Wands. The Sun's the happiest card of the deck, but for me it's illumination. Like, if something's not getting illuminated, the High Priestess, that's you tapping into your intuition. And the Four of Wands, the collaboration. So maybe this magician, this emperor character is like trying to talk to some friends, get some insight, get some clarity, come to a just decision, wants the Nine of Cups. But either needs to listen to the intuition or to get the illumination. Yeah. We've got the priestess and the magician. So we either have two characters that are using their intuition and their spiritual practices to gain insight and illumination, because we have like, yes, this is the happiest card of the deck, but we have like two illumination of truth cards. So either two truths and a lie. I don't know why that came to my head. Maybe someone in the Three of Cups is playing that. Who knows? Icebreakers. They're really good icebreakers, though. You get to know people's poker faces. Yeah, I just feel like there's an energy of wanting to wish fulfillment, kind of being in this place of boredom and needing transformation. There are reasons to celebrate. If you focus on the silver lining, there's this strong Libra and Aries energy, justice, of going within, and detaching from just negative energies, just detaching from energies that are not serving you, and using your sword of discernment to really just cut through the bullshit. This is why this channel is not for kids. Because I cuss. And I choose not making excuses. Not even going to justify it. It's just like silly. Not all the time. But when my Kali versus my Kuan Yin comes out of it. I'm an East Coast kid trapped in the Midwest. The more you get to know me, the more my East Coast comes out, and I make way so much more sense. You should see my family. Oh my god, I make so much sense when you meet my family. Let's see if the fairies have anything else for the collective. The Lovers in reverse. So, yeah, this is all about some sort of beautiful either decision. This is Gemini energy, but you know, the lovers can speak of literal lovers, but it can also speak of a decision that needs to be made, which is why Justice card come out, weighing. It could be a weight. And heck, maybe someone is trying to get insight and make a decision on a love relationship or partnership or agreement of some sort, a soul contract. the Lovers in reverse, which means you could be leaving. Maybe you were in a Three of Cups situation with an Emperor. Maybe it was toxic. Maybe there was a lot of double energy there. Maybe there was a lot of deception. Maybe it took some justice and some magician time or some high priestess time to get the Ace of Swords. So you knew what to cut out so that you could be in a happy, healthy, holy place. Maybe we live in a realm of infinite possibilities and this is for more than just like one or two people. So take what resonates, and what resonates for you is beautiful. What resonates for another is equally beautiful and true. Alright. Let's see, fairies. Do you have any clarifying messages for the Lovers? Any clarifying messages? Show me clearly the message for the collective in regards to the Lovers. I did love the energy. I got that off that Emperor card. I was like, that's fun. That's happy. Clarifying the Lovers. Good. Threw out another book at me. So we have the Eight of Wands, which is like boldly and vulnerably going into battle and just like having your truth with you. You're like, it's me and my truth. I don't have armor. I've got the higher ground. Doesn't matter what you throw at me. I got this. I got this. I'm going in with all my vulnerability and all my truth. And maybe that is because we got the Knight of Cups, which could be like a messenger of emotion. The messenger of emotion. Look at her in all her watery glory. She looks like she has got something to say. Maybe that Knight's heading to a Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Maybe. Two of Wands speaks of a decision. A choice. A choice of partnership. A choice of passion. And the King of Cups is emotional maturity. This is a man who is just wise with his emotions. He knows his heart. In and out, side to side, shadow side, light side, all of it. This man knows his heart, or this energy. It doesn't have to be a masculine, it could be a feminine. This is also a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, so, water signs. Water signs having some watery messages for our air signs. A message that will, Ten of Swords, bring relief of a heavy burden. That's what I'm feeling. Like it could be an emotional message that leaves someone in the Ten of Swords energy, like they need to emotionally just like let go and release and come, because Tens of completion. Ten of Swords, you're like, oh, that's intense. That's like 10 swords. Like, look at her, she's bleeding. Yes. And it's the end. Like, and the difference between an ending and a beginning, so subtle. Almost immeasurable. Between something ending and another thing beginning, almost immeasurable. The time for things to really transform. Like endings and beginnings. Like that. So it could either be a truth that comes in from a water sign that just helps release so much weight. It brings in the clarity. But like that, an emperor who's taking on, like, an emperor who has the mastery of all the four kings, but he's like channeling his water energy. I'm gonna share those on that one, yeah. Yeah. Someone's getting some messages. I'm excited for all y'all. It's nice to be able to do that healing work, transforming work. Let's get the goddesses, see what the goddesses have to say, because we're already 35 minutes in. Goddesses, ooh. Okay, so we have the Princess of Strange. This could be a younger fire sign. She popped out in reverse. So I'll show you her in the upright. She's got a cape. She's got her stuff. It's got some little buds on it. There's some fruitfulness in this young princess's future. So it could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, who are young fire sign. Followed by movement. Rhiannon. I love Stevie Nicks for the beginning. So Rhiannon, the fairy queen. The fairy queen who had to overcome a lot. The fairy queen who had lies spread about her that she ate her son, and it wasn't true. It wasn't. But as the story goes, she was sent away until the truth could set her free. When her son grew up and came of age and was able to speak the truth and say, hey, that's not what happened. She did not do any of those awful, heinous things. In fact, she always loved me. But she wasn't going to beg you to believe her innocent. She was just going to wait and let the truth set her free. So there's movement to these energies. There's a victory. Yes. Clarified by the Six of Swords, the moving on to calmer waters. Taking the wisdom, taking the swords, taking the lessons, and moving forward. It's a powerful and potent time of moving forward, standing in our power. And there is sacrifice to be had with this moving forward. Kuan Yin's coming out. Say hello, send her love and her blessings. And really, when we're moving forward, especially with our goals and our dreams and what we want for our lives, like letting go of toxic energies, toxic relationships, toxic patterns, when we're going in and we're getting that clarity, we're getting that truth and how we want to move forward, how we need to move forward. What ways do we need to partner to move forward? Which ways do we need to collaborate to move forward? Sometimes we have to sacrifice. And sacrifice isn't like always a big scary thing. It can be. But she's holding this precious gift. She's holding this baby. And the maiden sacrifices her maidenhood to become a mother. To bring a baby into the world, the woman sacrifices time, her body, nutrients to give birth to this new life. And it's beautiful and it's magical, but it does take in order to receive. Or sometimes we have to let go in order to receive, or sometimes we have to sacrifice one thing in order to gain another. And that's what I'm really feeling with this. Like, what do we have to sacrifice to create balance? So I see the sun and the moon in the upper corners of the skies. The masculine and feminine energies. We want to receive, we need to give, we want to be able to give. We need to receive and able to give. So, there's both in this moving forward, in this letting go. And I think we're sacrificing temptation, where temptation was in reverse. I don't just read the oracles in reverse, but this mirrors the devil card. We have the devil card in the fairy deck, and we have the temptation card in the goddess oracle. And I think we're sacrificing those things, sacrificing lower vibrational energies, lower vibrational relationships, patterns, programs, anything that's not serving us in our moving forward to getting our, that 10 of cups, because this is our focus. This is what we want. We want that 9 of cups, 10 of cups. But there's movement, there's action that's required. Ooh. Prince of Cups was a jumper, Prince of Cups in the reverse. But we have the Knight of Cups, so there may also be a couple of messages coming in. We have a young water sign who's not emotionally mature yet. He's not the King of Cups yet. He's still got a lot of lessons. But so does she. And they both came out in reverse. So maybe there are aspects of the self, of our emotions and our passions that we are allowing to transform so that we can move forward. Any clarity on the Prince of Cups? Yeah. Juggling 2 of Pentacles. So are you juggling your emotions? Are you juggling a decision? Are you juggling jobs? Are you juggling your emotional fulfillment and your spiritual fulfillment with lesser energies? I think it's time to make a decision. And a decision that allows the flow. There's a very subtle figure 8 in between these 2 pentacles. The subtle flow, the abundance of the divine. So making a decision that allows us to be abundant. A decision that allows us to cultivate a fruitful future. 9 of Pentacles. And I love seeing that. I love it. The Spirit does want us to be fruitful and abundant and make decisions that are going to further us in our paths, whether it's painting that painting. Because we got victory when you make this decision that's going to set you on to your goals. We have movement towards victory. This is what Cummings in. This is what is coming in for us. Victory. Victory, sweet victory, riding in on your beautiful stallion. Hair done up, dressed all nice, being uplifted, celebrated for your efforts, for your achievements, for your victory, for your wins. The sun, yes. And it will bring happiness, and this is the King of Pentacles actually popped in reverse, popped out with the sun. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could. Or you could talk about, or this could be the stability. Stability that's going to be illuminated. A Virgo could be illuminated. Taurus could be illuminated. A Capricorn could be illuminated in your life. A mature male for some. But for others, there's a illuminating. The abundance. And for others, it is illuminating a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's see if the fairies or the goddesses have any other messages for this sun. King of Pentacles. Why is the King of Pentacles in reverse? They're illuminating the King of Pentacles in his shadow side, potentially. Not living up to his King of Pentacles-ness. Should he? Probably. We all should. Stand up. What insight do we have for this King of Pentacles? We have the King of Swords, Three of Staves, the Ten of Staves, Four of Staves, the Two of Cups, and Judgment. Okay, so we have the King of Air, the discerning king, making a judgment on a direction you want to go or a direction you don't want to go. Making a decision on a direction you don't want to go because it was a heavy burden, even though there was going to be commitment there, even though this could be a 4 of 11. This is like the marriage card, twin flame. There could have been marriage there. It could have been the Two of Cups, an emotional decision, but we got judgment. We've got truth. We've got coming to a decision. And what I'm really seeing is, the judgment in the sun. Like, this is a relationship, like coming to a conclusion about a relationship and moving forward. Like, I'm feeling that really strongly because we got the High Priestess. We got all the sun energy. We got the Ace of Swords. We've got the Death and Transformations. We had the Lovers in reverse. We have all this like relationship energy. And what I'm seeing is like the Three Sisters repeat. We've got, the Three Sisters with this sun. And this sort of like chariot in the back, fiery chariot in the back. And then we have Maiden Mother of Crone casting a judgment on this night, using the sword of truth, the sword of discernment, the sword of wisdom to make. It's like calling in your spiritual squad and being like, hey, angels, archangels, guides, spirit guides, beings the highest vibration of love, light, and healing. Like, I am needing this illumination. I need the clarity so that I can move forward in my success. And I'm calling all y'all, like, get in the car, I'm driving. And they're like, okay, we're here. We're here to help give you clarity and make a solid judgment so that you can move forward in your happiness and in your truth. We've literally two suns, double suns. Like, this is either happiness or clarity. We're either getting clarity on these relationships that we're moving on from. We're either getting a message from them. we're making decisions. We're making decisions on how to move forward. Whew. And this decision is going to lead to a new beginning. Zeroed out. Para. Lada. A lot of movement in this card line. The green caught my eye first. It was like heart chakra, but then of course like the orange of the dress, the blue of the mountains. But there's new beginnings coming in for all of us within the collective right now. And I'm going to jump into our oracles, see what they have to say. Follow your light, oracles. I want to do animals first. Change my mind. What animals are here for us? What spirit animal messages are here for the collective? Their highest good for this energy transit, for this reading, for their spiritual, emotional, and soul growth, for their highest good and the good of all involved in their lives. Snake spirit number 55, which is a 10, which speaks of completions, but fives always speak of change. For a complete change. Time to heal. And if we are going through these transformations and we are getting these illuminations that are helping us move forward, we're just healing. Peace of mind, peace to heart. Because koala spirit has a plan. 35, breaking down to an 8. That's that, like infinity sign, symbol of abundance. Spirit has a plan. Coyote spirit, trust in divine detours. So even when things don't happen like we're expecting it to, or how it's supposed to, the divine's got your back. Like every detour is a divine detour. When you are running with spirit. Bobcat, life is a mystery. We don't know what's coming. We don't, but that's another 8 though. You got 10, 8, 7, 16, which is 7, and 8. So we're building 7, 8. Any other animal spirit? Life is a mystery. Nothing's wasted. Vulture spirit. Wasp spirit, life thing. So maybe something didn't work out. Maybe there was a real like 3 of Swords moment. Things didn't go according to plan. It's time to heal. It's time to trust. Because even if life stings or a situation stings, like it's not wasted. There's a pearl there. There's a gem in this relationship. There's a gem in this situation that may be a mystery, but it's Spirit's got you. There's a pearl there giving you real, real soul nutrition. That's what comes from your mind. I'm getting a real sense of be generous with yourself at this time. Practice lots of love and compassion. Be generous of spirit, lion spirit. 37, another 10. So 10, 10, there's 2 10s on the board. That's completion. We've got 9. Actually, we have 3 10s. 10, 10, 10. You can look up that angel number if you want. We've got 9, 2 8s, a 7. 14, another 5. So 5, 5, 5. 10, 10, 10. Wombat, be at home. Whether that's, within your own truth right now, within it's at home, like it's flurrying outside where I live. So it's a great day to be at home. It's a great day to be online with you guys, sharing this insight and wisdom. And being at home may not necessarily even be at home, like a physical home. It can always be your body, like this is the home of your spirit. Like this vessel, this meat suit is your soul, you're you. You. I'm talking to your soul. I'm talking to like this is the little meat suit, that's its home. And it's got this home for XYZ years, that it's here, that finite amount of time we're in this dimension. And then it goes back to the collective and it leaves this home. Right now, we're at home, whether it's in this body or in an actual home or just in our truth. Be kind with yourself and be with yourself right now amongst all these changes and transformations. And just trust that no matter how difficult things may be, even when things sting, everything serves a higher purpose so that you can get the most benefit out of it, so that our soul can do the most growing. Now I feel like it's time to pull these out. Let's see. Follow Let Your Light Oracle. Ooh. Warrior woman, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? It speaks to inner strength, If you have any programs or self-doubts, burn it. Like, heal from that stuff because you've got greatness. Like, if you weren't afraid, what would you go do? Now go do that. You need to give the big old Saturn finger, which is your middle finger. Your middle finger is tied to Saturn. Give the big old Saturn finger to your fears, because that's false evidence appearing real. And go do that thing. Go do the thing. Go take that risk. Go get your 9 of 10 of cups, man. And go do that. Or just contemplate the doingness. Just take a break. A life's work. Work that expands multiple cycles. That's long lasting. Like, it's not a season. Get off the treadmill. When we're healing, it's good to be generous and compassionate with ourselves. It's good to take those naps, go for those walks, do some meditation, do some yoga, get your mind and heart on the same wavelength, the same pattern, on the same side, batting for the same team, And it's good to take a break. As much as it's good to realize your own power and what Spirit's being called for you to do, we're going through a rite of passage, an initiation, and when we're going somewhere sacred, when we're being initiated, when we're getting a whole bunch of downloads and spiritual teachings and energetic upgrades, DNA upgrades, whenever we're going through these meta changes that happen just as much in the physical level as they do on the subtle realms, it's good to take a break. It's good to nap because our bodies heal when we sleep. And when we're sleeping and our brain goes into theta, we kind of go into the astral dream world. That's when our soul does all sorts of work. You may be sleeping in a bed, not moving, but your soul is going to school or rescuing someone or going on some sort of crazy adventure. There's so much that we do astrally and within the subtle realms while we're sleeping. And if we're not doing things, we're like becoming. There's a evolution of self that happens when we take those times to heal and integrate and nurture who we're becoming and what we're stepping into, and allowing the universe to support us in all dimensions as we're going through this rite of passage, as we're moving forward, as we're being strong and staying positive and letting go of the negative and focusing on our Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups. We're going through initiation. It's good to rest, as well as it is to acknowledge like what our soul and heart truly wants. Angels and archangels. Yes. And soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Call me. Call me. Yeah. Call them in. Soul family. You don't have to do it alone. So call in your angels, call in your ancestors, call in your guides, call in all of your spiritual help from all of the realms. But even in this third tangible realm, call on your friends, call on your support group, call on your accountability buddy, get a accountability buddy if you don't have one. Connect with the people in the 3D that you know without a shadow of a doubt love, support you, see you in your highest power, see in your highest truth. Connect with those people because they'll help you in this time of death and transformation and with all these sticky relationship stuff. Soul ties, man, these contracts we form, they'll all help us grow. Whoa. The book that changes, Kuan Yin. The never-ending story. Yeah. Book of Changes, 35, going down to 8. Kuan Yin closes us out. Angels, archangels, guides, spirit guides, what other messages do we have for the collective in this current moon transit, in this current now, to help them, aid them, and love them on their highest evolutionary path? Book of Changes, Book of Changes. Daughter of the Phoenix. Nectar of the Lotus. So Book of Changes, card number 35, which is an 8, Daughter of the Phoenix, 6, and Nectar of the Lotus, which is 20, or 2, to the power of 0. And what's cool is we have 2 8s. You know, if we add the 2 and the 6 together, that becomes 8. And we have the 35, which boils down to 8. So abundance, and just like the infinity, the finite, the infinite, the difference between the ending and the beginning. It's a snap. It's so subtle. It's so divine. Like when we are in this state of flux and flow, so much is changing even on the subtle realms. And just so I'm going to read out of the Kuan Yin book. I'm going to read the little paragraph and then the prayer at the end. Just like a beautiful but unusual melody, the divine plan is unfolding through your life, although it isn't always predictable. Kuan Yin is guiding you in the right direction. Even if you don't fully understand what is happening in life right now, allow Kuan Yin to bless you with trust in the unfolding of your own divine path. The Book of Changes is always at play, helping us find our way. You are just taking a smarter route to your destination. You get me something. Oh, Molly, I love you. That's a good girl. Thank you so much. So Nelson says hi. Sometimes situations or circumstances occur that seem to take us away from our desired goal or cause us to question whether we need to take matters into our own hands to achieve our desired manifestation. Even if we don't understand why something is happening the way it is right now, with patience and experience, the wisdom and helpfulness of the situation is often revealed, and we can marvel at how we're assisted through the workings of higher intelligence that we did not understand at the time. And just like an experienced guide at the mountaintop, Kuan Yin has traversed the spiritual path over many lifetimes to arrive at her enlightened and compassionate state. She is very wise, and she is blessing you with her grace. Even if grace seems to be a dark cloud, a delay, an unexpected disappointment, or even a wonderful new opportunity in a different direction, she can help you avoid pitfalls that you do not need to encounter if you trust in her guidance. She can read the book of changes and understand the divine plan unfolding through you to help lift you on your divine path with the least struggle. You are being asked to trust and allow the circumstances in your life to unfold right now. If there are delays, don't force an issue. Let it settle and sort itself out with as little interference by you as possible. You do not have to let anyone take advantage of you, nor do you have to prevent yourself from expressing your truths and feelings about whatever is happening. However, you are being guided to trust that no matter what appears to be the case right now, this detour or unexpected situation is a blessing from the divine plan, confirmed by Kuan Yin, assisting you in avoiding unnecessary problems later on as she corrects your life direction and helps you move forward with greater grace on your divine path now. So trust the divine detours. Everything's gonna be okay. Let's tap into this prayer though. They're always so, so beautiful. Beloved Kuan Yin, thank you for your blessings of divine grace and assistance through my life as I allow the divine plan, the book of changes, with all its wisdom, to simply flow with trust and faith. I now pray for the courage to trust in your goodness and assistance, to see the beauty and perfection in all of life's situations, so that I may benefit from it greatly now. Thank you for your help. Om Shanti. May I feel your peace in my heart now. Om Shanti. I love that. They're just the trust that just gets ignited in my heart. And my hope is ignited in yours. And I know, in the right beings, it's all perfect. It's all divine. Now, for the next card, the Daughter of the Phoenix. When the soul is ready to spread its wings, it goes through a deep cleansing, purification, and preparation for new levels of spiritual wisdom, power, and light. Just like the phoenix that is baptized through celestial fire to be born anew, you are going through such a phase of heavenly purification, preparation, and initiation. This is an advanced phase of soul growth, and soon after you will enjoy greater spiritual peace, divine power, and advancement on your divine life path. Kuan Yin, daughter of the Phoenix, has been through fire, both physical and heavenly, and has ascended into a position of great spiritual peace, power, and authority. She guides you now to claim your rebirth and ascend. In the same way that if we were moving house, we would need to sort through our possessions, and sometimes it is an opportunity to let go of that which we do not wish to take with us into our new life. To let go as we prepare to move into a higher level of consciousness. There are old habits, stuck emotions, and stagnant energy that do not belong in this new life cycle. The path of purification and initiation by celestial fire is preparation for spiritual enlightenment, greater happiness, well-being, prosperity, success, spiritual responsibility, and leadership. It can be a challenging time, as that which would stand in the way of a new level of spiritual potency must be eliminated. And often these things are deep fears, doubts, or questions about your own authority and ability and worth. It can feel confronting to meet these parts of ourselves consciously. Yet, we cannot let go if we don't even realize what we are still holding on to within us. This initiation will help you release any old baggage or pain that will not resonate with the higher levels of light that you are preparing to live. It can feel challenging at times, but know that there's nothing wrong. There's actually something very right behind these experiences. Do not fear changes. You would not be taking these spiritual exams if you were not ready to live at a higher spiral of consciousness. Have some faith in your own progress and remember not to get attached to what is leaving your consciousness as you are preparing to ascend, letting go of old energies with trust, even if you do not always consciously understand what is happening. It is the quickest way to be able to ascend easily and gracefully. To pass this initiation and benefit from it, we must prepare to surrender that which needs to be burned away. Kuan Yin, daughter of the Phoenix, guides you to have faith and fearless trust that it is safe to let heavenly fire have its way so that you may rise up anew into your spiritual destiny. The initiation is in its final phases when you are able to put your new beliefs and talents to the test, living based on your spiritual principles of trust, faith, and love. No matter what is presented now, it is an opportunity for you to apply your spiritual values and live your life accordingly. Then the celestial fire will have soon done its work, and you will arise like the glorious phoenix ready for a new life. We'll do the prayer. Divine daughter of the phoenix, mistress of heavenly fire, Kuan Yin, your light of peace and grace sustains me through the trials of my growth. May I be lifted by your luminous beauty into peace. May I feel rapture and excitement rather than fear and doubt as I grow. May I learn to release old pain without getting caught up in the stories or history. May I have compassion for my own suffering as I release it with peace and love. May I live according to my truth, applying my own spiritual wisdom in all parts of my life with courage and faith. Om Mani Padme Hum. And 20. Nectar of the Lotus. The Divine Mother wishes that those who are meant to feed others will be fed too. Your devotion to helping others has the effect of squeezing the cosmic heart chakra of the divine feminine, of the divine mother. From her heart drips nectar sweet and sustaining, life-affirming energy that needs you and allows you to nourish many souls. Like a sacred chalice that overflows when you are full, well, and vital. The feeding of others happens effortlessly. You are guided to be fed now, fed with the divine nectar from the heart of the mother. There is an endless supply of energy, joy, peace, bliss, and love for you, flowing from the heart of the Divine Mother Kuan Yin. Yet sometimes we may experience limitation instead of endless supply. These limits can be a hidden blessing. They could be a sign that our mind and emotional life could use some help shifting from scarcity consciousness into consciousness of abundance. As we do this, we tend to relax and flow more easily, tapping into what is needed rather than perceiving restriction. A limit or block in our flow might tell us that our nervous system needs some time to adapt to receiving higher intensities of spiritual electricity through our system as we've become more used to living a joyful, higher vibrational existence. A limit or restriction on our energy might indicate that we have been so focused on giving to others that we have forgotten that we are a part of the divine heart we are seeking to embody. And we need to gain more balance in our lives, taking some time and attention for ourselves. When we are encountering a limit of some kind, whether through needing to come back into balance, or because we are about to break through into new level of spiritual growth and realization, it is wise to receive divine nectar, to allow ourselves to become replenished and supported, honoring the guidance that is hiding in the limitation we are encountering. Then it will have served its purpose and the limit can fall away. Divine nectar is our vital energy. It is the life force and fuel for growth of all kinds. It is peace, it is power, it is abundance, and it is love and divine grace. It exists in the physical world and spiritual worlds, forever intertwining with each other throughout the life of our universe. When our chi energy, when the life force is replenished, we feel creative, happier, more content, accepting of ourselves, others, life, and more able to flow in harmony with nature and divine will. It is much more enjoyable way to live in balance with adequate chi than to be struggling and keep going at times when it would be more productive to love ourselves enough to stop, rest, replenish, and revitalize ourselves. We gain the most chi when we are in connection. Otherwise, it is like trying to draw power where there is already a plug in the socket. Kuan Yin guides you to heal now by asking that you listen to yourself and your needs. What part of you needs more connection? Is it your emotions, your well-being? Do you need to exercise, meditate, or both? Do you need time alone to reconnect with yourself or time with friends and family? Imagine spending some time in nature. What type of nature would feel the best for you right now? The trees, ocean, mountains, a wide field blooming with vibrant flowers, or rich grasses on a clear sunny day, or a cool dark forest with an abundant canopy of lush greenery. Even just becoming aware of what feels good for you at any given moment is a way to open your heart and receive the divine nectar that seeks you out, to nourish you and replenish you. Take a few moments to consider what you need to strengthen your self-awareness and increase your ability to consciously meet your needs. This is essential for you to be able to cultivate your chi and to live your happiest life. It is this good self-care that allows you to partake in the nectar of the lotus. The Divine Mother wants to help you and can assist you by helping yourself too. Thank you for your patience. The prayer is much shorter than that paragraph. Beloved Kuan Yin, help me release the connection to myself and to life. And by release, I mean realize. Beloved Kuan Yin, help me to realize the connection to myself and to life that I need to be able to live my highest vibrational life, where I am well, replenished, joyful, and connected to the endless flow of the divine and life force energy. Please help me bring clear guidance about how to best cultivate Qi now, how to open and receive the nectar of the lotus, the life force, and the love of the Divine Mother for my highest good. So be it. Om Mani Padme Hum. So things are changing, and just take a nap, eat a sandwich, do what feels good. Do what feels good. Self-care, it's time to heal. Be generous with yourself. Yeah. This is a great time of change, and when we are strong and whole, we change our lives and we change the lives of those around us. When we give to ourselves, when we practice that divine selfishness, we are able to give so much more. I'm going to give to myself right now. So I love you. Thank you. Thank you for spending time with me. I'm sending you infinite love, infinite blessings, infinite support on your path. Life is a mystery. Things are changing. We are rising, we are healing, we are growing. Trust in this beautiful, beautiful process. All is well. All is well. I just want to send you my love and my gratitude. Thank you for spending time with me. And if you spent time with me through both videos, wow, thanks for hanging out with me today. I love you so much. And until next time, bye. Peace to all, love to all, light to all. Stop now.